and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season event another L this week, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So LSU's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure, so no different.
There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker. It's awesome. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And they make the tackle, but the official is tossed.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chain. Starting first and 20. To the ground with the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. This time they'll go to the running game. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and
picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there.
Turning it on. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They're going back to the ground. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
From the gun. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. Unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Going the other way, and he's got room. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, You better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing it away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Back to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game. Do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Looking for a man. It's Quinn. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
As some defensive backs just had
Going here. They're working that left side. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They'll run it from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Gamecocks will hunt. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game.
They're going to throw it to start the drive.
They're up by 7 over Tennessee. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Period, first down here. The give to the back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Tigers are rolling down the field. To the air, it's Quinn. It's complete on the right side. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now it's 2nd and goal. looking to fire. Touchdown LSU! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
South Carolina, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play.
Breaks into the open. Discards him with the stiff arm. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Gamecocks in the hurry-up.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and...
Touchdown, South Carolina! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The give from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Makes a man miss. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Tempo in overdrive.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got the first down, looking for more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Handoff from the shotgun. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Quinn. Gets it out fast. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. And the referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. A fresh set of downs after that 4th down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. Hauls it in.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking down the middle. Got his man. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Firing to the right, complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Back to pass, it's Quinn. Pocket breaking down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Inside the 25. Stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chain. It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. A strike downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. To the air on 1st down. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down and run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. There is a flag on the play. Now, this is on the defense. It might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
1st and 10.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield, it's Quinn. Going over the top. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin.
Set to advance on the football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
From the shotgun, the inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds his big tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Takes it on the return. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
To throw, it's Quinn. Makes the grab. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU! Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Wide receiver comes in motion. The play action fake. Got his man downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Quick strike complete. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Finding an escape route. Smashes through the tackle. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Kentucky is in trouble right now, and unless something drastic changes, we're looking at Wildcat on the menu tonight in Lexington. They're trailing by 14 to Tennessee.
Back to pass, it's Quinn.
Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field, too. But I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this.
Looking deep. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game.
There he goes. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He'll do it himself. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Touchdown, South Carolina! Quick strike through the air for the score. How about this? These guys are going for two.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Showing the arm strength to the left. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. To the air, it's Quinn. Bringing the heat. He lets one fly deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.